Well, it's way into the afternoon and it's a sunny afternoon. But I'm not allowed to go home yet, so I've got to find something useful to do here. This might surprise you. I'm going to see if I can find out what's causing the fuel not to work in this. Project Derek Rover 800. Not starting. No fuel. Maybe it's got no fuel in it. Maybe the fuel pump doesn't work. Maybe the relay to the fuel pump doesn't work. Maybe the fuse box needs resoldering. I'm going to try and find out. So, here is the first of my many possible ideas with this car. I've just put a battery in that I believe to be charged enough, and I'm going to try something. Nope. It sounded like it wanted to start slightly then, but then I did remember that there's no fuel filler neck, and I've got no idea how long this fuel has been inside the tank. So maybe I should have a look, see what it looks like. It's almost going, this car. It must have a bit of fuel in there, and that fuel pump must be doing something for that to do that. Whoa. It's sort of wanting to go, isn't it? Well, as you've heard just there, if there's fuel going to it, it will run. But it will also splatter coolant everywhere as well out of that particular sensor there. It's all over the place. It's even got up there. Oh yeah, that is coming out quite quickly actually. Must have some sort of bung in there, I guess. But now, look at that, it's running perfectly well. It doesn't like the throttle being touched. Nice and sweet though. It was nice and sweet, short and sweet. For a second I thought I'd fixed something then, because all I did was unplug a few things and plug them back in again, and often you make a better connection that way. So it seems like the fuel pump is actually working, but maybe the fuel's just really old, or there's just not enough in there, and there's an issue with the throttle position sensor or something like that, because it was ticking over fine, and as soon as I touched the accelerator pedal it did that. Yep. And now of course we have coolant splattered everywhere as well, which means that's another problem on top of the existing problems. Normally, if your car's running out of petrol, it's quite an easy solution. You just put some more in. But there's no way to get it in unless I take the top of the fuel tank off there, it gets the fuel pump, and then try and get some in through a spout. I suppose I could try that, see if that makes any difference. It's all about ruling out the possibilities, isn't it? Actually, maybe it isn't a throttle position sensor thing after all, because if there's not enough volatile fuel inside the tank and you open up the air, it's got to be mixed correctly with fuel, and if it's not volatile enough or not enough of it, it's going to do that. Well, I'm going to access the fuel tank, going on at the top like this here, so I can get some fuel in it. It's definitely not something I've ever done before. Never actually put fuel in a fuel tank like in that fashion ever before. Well, got it open, and I must say it doesn't smell like fuel at all in there, so it's going to be well worthwhile getting some in there. Very interesting. That fuel in that can's a little bit old, but at least it smells of petrol. There we go. A few litres of fuel stuck in the 800 in the most unconventional manner. What will it do now? Let's see. Power steering works. Airbag lights on. Oh, will be, won't it? Well, it's definitely on. We can say that. It just doesn't like to be using the accelerator pedal. So you get beyond there, then it's okay. Look at that. That's revving okay. That's nice. This car works to a degree. I feel a bit like I've achieved something today. That definitely needs fixing. It's almost worthwhile washing this now. It's clearing up. It's clearing up. Yes. I fixed something. I fixed something that probably wasn't even broken, but I didn't even realise it wasn't broken. Excellent. It's no good just having it running though. I need to do the next step. I've never driven this car. I've had the engine running once on easy start, and then I rolled it around the back of here where it stayed. So now I think I'm going to put some more coolant in there and yank the Amy out of the way and then drive up to the top and wash it. I've certainly got some tidying up to do down here. Look at that mud. That's the trouble with having a car stood in one place for ages. You just get this kind of stuff underneath it. That's the result. I've never driven that car before. All I've done is got it started with easy start, and it obviously runs for a couple of seconds and then gives up again. So to think that all that time, all it needed was some petrol in it is quite astonishing. And now it's about to get its first wash in a very, very long time. Certainly the first wash that I've ever given to it. Well, that is a nice quick wash over. Used about 60 litres of water and half a 5 litre tub of washy stuff. But most of that stuff has come off now. And as you can see, the paint isn't great. It's going to need a lot of buffing up to make that look nice again. The trouble with these dark colours, not very careful washing, results in swirly paint. Yeah. Now what I might do is just do a quick sample of what it could look like if I just spent a bit of time doing that as well. But of course, the important thing about this car if it's going to go back on the road, it gets fixed properly. Right, there we go. There's one part of it, just with a quick polish over, and it's got a few scratches on there, but it shows how quickly you can improve the paint. I'm happy with that. I've got a feeling I might be doing some more work on this tomorrow. I feel a bit inspired now. Ah yes, of course. That is the end of today's video. I hope you liked it. I hope if you haven't already subscribed, you're about to do. I hope if you are a subscriber, you're not about to unsubscribe. See you tomorrow, or whenever it is you next come back. You don't even have to wait till tomorrow, because I have about 600 videos for you to view. Now, go and enjoy yourself. Yes, a Nigel binge watch session. Has anybody ever done that? Have they? I'd like to know.